Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly update video, and we're going to show you what I added to the collection for the week, and this is going to be a pretty sweet video. We're actually going to do a case unboxing in this video because, yeah, I'll explain it in a second. Alright, so first of all, let's take a look at what I've added to the collection this week. We're going to start with some mail. All right, so picked up these two. Okay, these are Auto World. It's kind of a collab between, I guess you could consider it like a hobby exclusive, like a Miho. But this is between Chris Stangler Customs and JCAR Diecast, collab together with Round 2 to produce this piece. And it comes in both with the Golf logo and without Golf logo. The card art's the same on each one. They're limited to 24.96 pieces. I do not know if that is 24.96 total, meaning, you know, cut that number in half, and half of it with the Golf logo and half of it without. I think they're probably going to be 24.96 of each. That would make the most sense to me. There is an Ultra Red available of this truck. It has the Golf logo. There's no Ultra Red without the Golf logo. I don't have it because right now it is way too expensive. I can't afford it at the moment. So either way, I'll probably get it eventually somehow, some way. I tend to always do. But if not, well, whatever. I just hope I get it eventually. We'll see what happens. So JCAR Diecast. If you guys are interested in these, I just recommend going right to JCAR Diecast website and purchasing from there. Or you can go hit them up on Instagram and get them from them off of Instagram. Or I think on Facebook as well. You can also get them off Facebook. So check them out if you're interested in these Chevy trucks. They do look really, really nice. These Chevy C10s. 2019 CS exclusive. They look really nice. They're a nice dark blue. We are going to open them up in the second segment, so we'll take a look and talk a little bit more about them closer up. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, two Chevy trucks to add to the collection. So yeah, that's that. So I don't know what the Ultra Red's limited to either. If it's going to be 3% of the 24.96. I'm really not sure on that. I should have probably asked, but I did not when I was talking to JCAR. He's a pretty cool dude. I actually met him at the one and only Hot Wheels convention I ever went to. I'm sure he doesn't remember meeting me, but whatever. But yeah, I met him. He was a pretty nice guy. I talked to him for a little bit, and then I talked to him a little bit on DMs on Instagram, and he gave me a little bit of a deal on these two, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. So there's that. And then from Surplus Goodies, who is a great hobby dealer, Jimmy, just excellent customer service from that guy. He's fantastic. I love when I get to order some stuff from him because he's just so easy to deal with. I usually just message him on Instagram. That seems to be the easiest way for me to do it, but he's available on Facebook as well, Surplus Goodies, and then of course he's got his eBay site, which you can always purchase from there too, or see what he's got in there, and then, you know, maybe hit him up on Facebook. I had to pick up the new Tarmac Works Global 64 Koenigsegg. So I was excited for this one, and when I saw that they first were going to put this out, it's been a while since they first leaked that they were doing this, and finally this is, I think, the first version of it so far that's come out, so I'm excited to open that. I kind of like this packaging too. It's like almost in a Protecto, but of course we'll look at that close up in the next segment of the video. We are going to open that. Also from him, I got the Liberty Walk Mini GT LVworks Lamborghini Aventador in light blue. I wanted the one in black. If you guys didn't know, the black one got recalled from Mini GT for quality issues. So that's pretty interesting. They tried it out in a new factory. I don't know if this one was made. This one does say made in Bangladesh. I'm not sure where the factory was that they made. I thought it was Bangladesh that they made the black one, but anyway, it had quality issues, and they ended up just recalling all of them. So that's interesting. You don't normally hear of diecast companies doing that. Of course, that might be what happens to RLC releases when they end up taking forever, is because they don't turn out good, and then they decide to go ahead and remake them. But anyway, we're going to take a look at this. I'm excited to get into this box. It just comes just like this, packaged in just a box like this. I think Surplus Goodies still has these available, so ask them for that. And then I had to take a look at one of these. This is a RWB Porsche 930 ducktail, and it's from Model Collect. So this is the first Model Collect brand piece that I have. I'm going to take this out of this little plastic protector right away, just because the glare is crazy. But I saw this, I'm like, that is beautiful. And then I got it, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I looked at the description again. I'm like, it's in 1/60th scale. So it's not in 1/64 scale. It's a lot larger, actually, in appearance. When I take a look at my other RWB Porsche that I've got from Tarmac Works, this is quite a bit different in size, but it just looks so amazing. It's in 1/60th scale, though. It's limited to 2,000 pieces, so there's not many of these out there. I don't know if this is metal or resin. It very well might be resin. I do not know for sure, and we're going to find out. But that's starting to be a trend with the premium diecast. There's starting to be more and more stuff that is resin that is popping up. It's not metal. It's a resin. It'll be interesting to see over time how that stuff holds up compared to metal diecast. You know, with metal diecast, some of the worst thing that can happen is paint issues. That tends to be or zinc pest, which zinc pest doesn't really happen all that often, but paint issues like paint rash tends to happen, especially on the import diecast. As the castings age, it's going to be interesting to see. And like I said, this might be all a moot point as far as this one goes, because I don't know if this is metal or not, and I don't know how easy it is going to be for me to tell once we get this open. And I didn't look it up, so I don't know for sure if it's resin or not. Ooh, I think it is resin. It says this precise scale die-cast in resin, collectible display. So I think it is resin. So this will be the first resin car in my collection. So I don't know how I feel about the resin stuff. We'll see how lightweight it is too compared to metal. It's going to be a little bit different. So it should be kind of interesting. All right, so we got to move on here because we got a lot more to show. Well, sort of. We're going to go through this real quick. I don't know what all I'm going to open out of this little pile of stuff right here, but this is stuff I found in stores. I found 2 new Matchbox 5-packs. What is this one called? The Matchbox Road Trip. It's got some sweet stuff in there, as you can see. What is it? We got the Volvo wagon, we've got a Bentley, we've got an Audi, we've got a Lamborghini LMO02, and then we've got a Mercedes CLK, I think is what it is, in there. So that's a pretty sweet 5-pack. And then this one's pretty cool too. This is the Matchbox Highway 5-pack. It's got a Porsche in it. It's got a wagon, a Camaro, what is that, a Fiat, and Mustang, Fox Body Mustang in it. So that is a sweet 5-pack too. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to open these up or not. Matchbox Highway, and this one's Autobahn Express. MBX Road Trip, Autobahn Express. I might open up one of those, I'm not sure. And then maybe I'll save the 2 5-packs for a 10 Car Tuesday. And then this Mustang series has been apparently hitting. I only found 3 of the cars. I got the convertible, the 19 Ford Mustang Coupe, and the 93 Ford Mustang LX SSP, which is another Fox Body Mustang. So pretty cool. And then I got some more mainline models. These are new Matchbox, the Ford Thunderbird, Chevy Caprice, Mini Cooper S. Well, you can see that the lighting's kind of bad. I gotta fix the lighting on this half of the video. And then Ford Police Interceptor, Chevy Caprice Classic Police, Chevy Caprice Classic Police. Yeah, that rhymes. It's weird. And then 61 Ford Ranchero. So those. And I noticed too, and I didn't grab it, but this has a wheel variation. I think there's one that's got wheels like this. And then there's also one that's got wheels like this. So be on the lookout for that wheel variation. And then I did pick up some Hot Wheels. And there's a couple of these we're definitely going to open. I got the Volvo wagon, which I've been waiting for. Pretty cool. The black Porsche, the carbonator, bottle opener, whatever. I'm actually going to put that as part of a white elephant gift, I think, for Christmas. And then Mustang convertible, Porsche 944 Turbo, 98 Subaru Impreza, and the Dodge Viper SRT10 ACR. Okay? So those models. All right. Let's open up a case real quick. Auto World. All right, this is Auto World 2019 Release 4. This is Set B. This is not my case of cars. This is Diecast Room. He ordered it and had it sent to my house so I could, if you guys don't know the story already, you haven't been watching my channel. I'm acting as a hub for Diecast Room. Check out his channel. Also got a YouTube channel. Super cool guy. And he's ordering stuff, bringing it to my house. I'm consolidating shipments, tracking everything almost, and shipping it on to him in Romania. So he ordered this case. And the cool thing is, he said if I pull the chase, I can keep it. So, what do we got? I'm kind of afraid to look, but this looks like a tree. Nope. Brown. This should be a sealed case, so. Oh, almost looks like one. It's not. And also not a case. By the way, if you want to see these cars in detail, I don't think we're going to score a red in here. No red. But that's a bummer. That's okay. So you got your set of cars. By the way, if you want to see these cases in detail, I did open up 2 of them in a separate video for myself. So there you go. There's that new Ford casting. It's definitely pretty cool. And then, of course, the most sought after one in this case is this guy right here, this black Chevy Silverado. So pretty awesome. No ultra red in the case. Boo-hoo. I do have one ultra red coming from this set so far, and it's this one right here, coming from my buddy Zach Mansour. And so I got one coming so far, but 5 more to go. So wow, that's going to take a little bit. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode, or not for this episode. That's going to be it for this half of the episode. Let's go ahead and flip it around. Let's take a look at some of the really cool stuff that we got opened up and close up. All right, stay tuned. Okay, well, let's start with these, I guess, hobby exclusive 1973 Chevrolet C10 Pickups, again from CS Customs, Chris Dangler Customs, and JCAR Diecast. There's a look at the websites there. I don't know if you're able to order. I know you're able to order them from JCAR. I don't know for sure on the Chris Dangler site. I haven't gone to it, but here it is. So let's go ahead and just open it up. Let's take a peek at it. We'll take a peek at both of these. I pre-cut them already. So here's one. Might as well get out the other one right away too, because they're basically, like I said, the same. They're just you get a choice. If you only want one, you get a choice between golf logo or non-golf logo. And if you want both, which I always encourage getting both, just because I'm an Auto World nut, go ahead and get both. So there you go, save on the shipping. So pretty good looking, not bad. I actually like the non-golf one better, I think. And the plate says CS Customs on it. That's pretty cool. So I assume that Chris Dangler's actually did the design for the card art and probably the color design and whatever he was going to do. I'm assuming that he did all that, and then JCAR Diecast probably got involved in it too, as far as the idea goes, and financially involved in it, I'm sure. So yeah, cool collaboration from them. It's interesting to see Auto World do that, and it makes me wonder, if I were to try to kickstart a project where I could come out with my own Auto World car. I wonder if that's something I could do. It would cost a lot of money. I'm assuming I'd have to pre-order, have everything pre-ordered and everything paid for, because I don't have the kind of capital to put up for it. But So I'm sure it's expensive to come up with your own customs, but I've seen other hobby dealers kind of do it before, where they kind of pull together some money, and they'll, like with Greenlight and stuff like that, and they'll come out with kind of like their own hobby exclusive vehicles. So it's kind of cool to see that Auto World plays ball like that, which means, you know, it kind of opens up to all sorts of possibilities. So I don't know what casting I would pick, but it'd be really cool to do something like that someday eventually. And I know I could probably, you know, with the help of my YouTube subscribers and all sorts of stuff, and people in the Auto World Collectors Group and all that, probably solicit some help in making that happen. But who knows? Maybe that's something I should try to do. I don't know. Someday maybe. And maybe Auto World doesn't just do it, you know, for everyone. So who knows? Maybe they wouldn't collab with me. I have no idea. But it's an interesting idea. But anyway, these are really cool. Another addition to the Chevy trucks, another variation. I imagine right now people aren't going probably too crazy over these, but I bet you in the future these are going to be a hard one to get. So I definitely recommend getting the regular ones now and going ahead hitting up JCAR Diecast for these now, because my guess is later on, if you're going to be an Auto World completionist, this is probably going to be one of the tougher ones to get. It's just my guess, because they are produced in way more limited numbers than the regular release of these trucks. So there those are. Let me know what you guys think about those in the comments. Let's take a look at this Porsche real quick, or sort of quick. So RWB Porsche comes in a acrylic case. Here's a look at the bottom. Very interesting that so many diecast companies are coming out with RWB stuff lately. It has just blown up on the scene here. Just become extremely popular. I think Tarmac Works was really the first to start producing these cars. And when I first saw them, I was like, oh, wow, those are amazing. Ooh, geez, I dropped this car right away. By the way, this car is not very cheap. Surplus did give me a little bit of a deal on my purchase, so that's cool. That's metal right there. It's like a little metal placard thing. Limited edition, 2,000 pieces for Porsche 930 ducktail wing. DuckTales. All right, so it is. Yeah, it feels different. It's resin. This is the first, like I said, resin vehicle. The first resin vehicles that I've seen that I was kind of interested in were the Lamborghini Liberty walk stuff. So it's got two little like rubber. These are rubber holding the car to it. So it's got some sort of shock to it. And this is definitely a static display. This thing does not roll. It is very beautifully detailed. Down to the wheels that got the signature like idlers graphic on the side. That the dude with the spray paint on the tires, like pretty much on every one of those RWB Porsches. It's nice looking. That's super nice looking. So just a size comparison, it really does dwarf the Tarmac Works. This one right here. This is the only Tarmac Works, by the way, one I have. Is this one right here. And needless to say, Tarmac Works does a fantastic job on these. There's so many of them out, though. I wish if money was endless here, I would probably collect them all. My buddy Crazy Todd, I think, has all of them that have come out so far, which is just insanity because there is actually quite a few that have come out. And now Tarmac Works has started coming out with these in like 1/43rd scale too, so if you want them in a little bit larger scale, which I'm sure they look beautiful, you can get them in that. So this is a pretty interesting piece. I really just wanted this as more of a curiosity. I don't actually know for sure if I'm going to end up keeping this in my collection or not. I probably will because it's a Porsche and it's an example of a resin model and whatnot. The only thing that would be keeping me from really hanging on to this is the fact that it is large. It's in that 1/60th scale range, which is a little big, which is out of scale from like the rest of the cars I typically collect are going to be mostly your 1/64 scale. But I do have, I guess, some Tomica premiums that are in 1/60th scale, so I don't know. Maybe I will just hang on to this thing and keep it as a nice little example of what one of these looks like. Very interesting. So it's pretty lightweight, doesn't have a ton of weight to it. Like I said, it's resin. One of the benefits of resin, I think, is they can get higher amount of detail in the actual casting itself from resin. And I mean, it's beautiful. It definitely looks great. The wheels look great. It's a very nice looking replica. It is screwed together, so you would be able to take it apart. The base is definitely a plastic. And I believe this is definitely, this is definitely resin. I mean, it's not cold at all. It just feels very, very different. Lots of detail in there, though. Look at that steering wheel. That looks great. There's even some reflector things on the mirrors. It's a tasty looking car. So I like it. Let me know what you guys think about that. And furthermore, any comments that you got regarding resin die-cast collectibles over your traditional metal, because there might be some sort of a little trend change with the premium stuff. It seems like if you start to look around, there's some more and more and more of it is coming out in resin. So let me know what you guys think about that. Find it pretty interesting. All right, so there's that wonderfully done Porsche. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this LVworks Lamborghini Aventador in light blue from Tarmac Works. I already cut the shrink wrap off of this thing. Get the box open. And let's go ahead and open it up. I was really excited to see that Mini GT was getting a Lambo license. And yeah, this thing looks awesome. So when this car was coming out in resin, I don't know if it was Model Collect that was the one that was putting them out. It might have been. Yeah, I definitely gave it some thought as to picking one of those up, and I'm glad I kind of didn't, because now I can get it from Mini GT, which, say what you want about Mini GT. They did, they announced some models for these Lambos that they had to end up canceling. Aside from that, this thing rolls, by the way. It actually rolls pretty well. Pretty decent. I like Mini GT a lot. I just have been very impressed with the stuff that I've actually got from them. The plastic pieces they use seem very, very robust. The quality control has been just very, very good. And man, it just looks really awesome. I really wanted that black one. It's really unfortunate that they had to recall it, but I guess I understand why they did. And in recalling it, it seems that they've canceled it entirely, which makes me think they just don't want to try to produce that one again. They're cutting it up. They're cutting their losses with that one. But I think there will be some more of these Lambos out in the future. If you were lucky enough to grab a black one before they were recalled, who knows? That piece could end up being worth some money, because it's just not going to be a very common one, because they recalled it, unless they re-release it. So we'll see what happens with that. But you can follow Mini GT on Facebook. They're super transparent with what is going on in their company, and definitely pretty cool. I wish I could convince them to work with me and send me samples. That'd be awesome. They come up with a lot of cool stuff. I can't buy it all. Just can't. But they haven't really come up with much that I wouldn't mind owning. So TSM model, just super cool. Super cool stuff from Mini GT. I like them a lot. And then Tarmac Works. So Tarmac Works Koenigsegg. Go ahead and open up this one. So this is like a resealable package. It was taped. I cut the tape on it, but it pops open kind of like a Protecto, like a Hot Wheels Protecto. And then it also comes with a box and a plastic thing here. I don't know if, no, that plastic thing will not fit in the box, and the box is just a box. It's empty. There's nothing in there. It's made to kind of look like a shipping container, which is pretty cool. Interesting packaging, though. Here's the card. Not really too much to look at on that. Kind of cool. So Mini GT, or Tarmac Works, is a completely different philosophy from Mini GT as far as how they produce their models. They don't really care if they roll, I don't think. Some of them do roll, a lot of them don't. They're a bit more, they have more fragile parts and pieces and stuff like that. So that's cool. So the back comes off. This one does not roll. This one actually has a metal base. A lot of Tarmac stuff does not have a metal base. This one has a metal base held together with 3 screws, which is kind of interesting. This is a brand new tooling. So it's got some detail back here, back by the motor. Looks pretty good. Here's the back little piece here. Looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and the wing feels really fragile, so you got to be careful with this one. Just like they also came out with the Pagani Zonda, and that one feels really fragile too. Go ahead and put this back on. Darn, that looks really good. Oh, that's super cool. There is just so much, man. There is so much cool diecast to collect that is out right now. It's like insanity. So the market is just like, there's something for everyone, and you can, the sky's the limit with price as far as how much you want to spend on some of these models. These ones are actually very affordable. The Mini GT and the Tarmac Works, both not priced too crazy. That Model Collect one's pretty expensive, but not terribly expensive in comparison to some other stuff that you can find out there. Some of these new brands that are coming with the resin models are like, whew, big time expensive. You're looking at like $60 and stuff like that, just right out of the gate for one. So even like more expensive than Tomica Limited Vintage. But like I said, there is just so much really cool stuff to collect. So I understand that a lot of people like Hot Wheels the most, and that's what they're into. They're into that Hot Wheels brand. And that is totally cool if that's how you want to collect. That's how you want to collect. And to be frank, I mean, that's probably the easiest way to collect. Oh, I just realized this too. Oh no. So this Tarmac Works comes with the option of adding side wing mirrors to this casting. Oh boy. And there is holes there to perform that operation. I probably will do it. I'll probably add them. I might not. I don't know. This thing is so iffy on the back here. Yeah, anyway, these are really fragile models. It makes me a little bit nervous, but pretty cool nonetheless. I don't like having to add parts, but I do understand it at times when you got a mirror like this. It's your choice whether or not you want to put it on. At least they give you a guide as to where to put it, unlike a Tomica Limited Vintage. But the disadvantage of that is if you don't put it there, then you have a hole right there. So if I want to take some really cool pictures of this, I probably need to put the mirrors in. Of course, you could always put them in for pictures and then take them back out and put them back in the bag, though, too, because they don't have to be secure. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but that is... It's cool and it isn't cool. I almost just wish they would have just left the mirrors out entirely. Or do what Mini GT does with their mirrors. These are like a soft rubber. So you can, like, you'd have to rip them off to get them off. Of course, I'm not going to do that to demonstrate that for you, but that's what you'd have to do. The wing is solid plastic, but these mirrors are like rubber and flexible. So they got a little give to them, which is a little bit of protection. All right, what should we do next? Should we open up these 5-packs real quick or not? Yay or nay? Let's not. Maybe I'll do a Matchbox 10 Car Tuesday with those. I don't know. Let's check out these for Matchbox, since I don't want this video to go too terribly long. Let's check out this Mustang series. So this has been popping up at Walmart's, I guess. I only found 3 of the cars. Here's all the cars in the series. As far as the ones that I missed out on, I kind of wouldn't mind having that, and I wouldn't mind having that, but those weren't there, and I don't know if that's, but there was tons of these, so I don't know if those are coming out in waves or what the deal is. But let's take a look at this one, the 18 Ford Mustang convertible. Looks okay. Look at the headlight tampos. Those look really good. That's pretty good. Look at the tampos on the back. For a basic $1 model, you just can't. You can't beat it. You just can't. This one looks awesome too. 19 Ford Mustang. This one actually looks better, I think, than that convertible. Guys, that's a $1 model. Look how good it looks. Look at the tampos on the headlights. I mean, what? You don't get any better than that for $1. I challenge anybody. Show me a $1 car that I don't know, looks more realistic than this car. Or than some other Matchbox that look pretty much the same. You can't use Matchbox. Pick a different brand. Give me a $1 car that looks better. Or more realistic, I should say. Yeah, that's a winner. Definitely. For $1. For $1. Alright, and then Fox body. Looks pretty good too. This one's probably not going to have detail on front and back, and it doesn't because it's got the tampos elsewhere. Texas Department of Public Safety State Trooper. It's got a cool police livery to it, though. So this is like your $1 version of the green light, Hot Pursuit. And it's not bad at all. It's really good, desirable, I think. I think it's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. But man, out of the 3 that we looked at, this thing, that's a $1 model. $1. Good job, guys. Good job on that one. All right, let's take a peek at some Hot Wheels real quick. Some of the new models here. This 89 Porsche 944 Turbo. This is one that I was super stoked to see come out. This is a new for 2020 casting. And of course, when they're brand new castings, it's usually when they're at their best because we get to see it in just kind of a plain, kind of factory-ish color. And then you get the tampos where it counts, which is on the back and on the front. I should say graphics, right? They're not technically tampos, I guess. Little Porsche logo up there. I picked up extras of these. I found you get a stethoscope in the back. Apparently this is a doctor's vehicle. Or maybe a nurse. But anyway, pretty cool. Pretty cool Porsche. I think that stethoscope has some sort of story behind it as to why it's in there, but I don't remember it. So, yeah, that's a cool new model from Hot Wheels. I'm digging that one. That one's pretty awesome. Like I said, I picked up some extras. I just did a blue card, 10 Car Tuesday, and it featured this Mustang in it. Well, sort of this Mustang. This is a version of this Mustang casting without the opening hood, and of course without the metal base. This is a plastic base. Metal body. So if you go back and check out the last 10 Car Tuesday blue card episode, I opened up 2 of this Mustang, basically the older tooling of it. We took a look at them, And now I found the newer tooling of it. It looks pretty good. And what is it from? Screen Time. Shoot, I just ripped the packaging and I don't know. Does it say what movie this thing was from? It's from Hot Wheels Screen Time. Oh, Thunderball 007. So I wouldn't have been able to guess that. Another new for 2020 model is this one here. A lot of people are digging this. The 98 Subaru Impreza 22B STI version. This car is really cool. Go ahead and put it in here. So again, a great $1 model. This one's got, you know, your taillights, your headlights. So like I said, you know, guys, I get it that people only collect Hot Wheels and it's the most popular brand because the starting price of $1 is really what probably sells it for most people. And I understand it. I get it. Let's open up this black Porsche just for gigs. I don't know if I already had this one or not, but I grabbed it because I saw it. Love that casting. That was new for last year, right? The 96 Porsche Carrera. That's a good $1 model too. That's pretty sweet. Dig that one. But yeah, like I said, what was I saying? I was like, oh, you know, I get it. That just collect Hot Wheels. That's how I started, you know, was just collecting Hot Wheels. And then you start moving on to other brands and stuff. You start getting into more realistic vehicles. But definitely entry-level collecting. Hot Wheels is the best because, you know, they got so much different stuff. They come with so much different stuff every year. And they do a great job. I'm not dogging mainlines at all because I still pick them up. I still pick up the cool ones. Volvo 850 Estate. I mean, I like Super Treasure Hunts too. Chase cars, finding them is really cool. Although if it's a vehicle I don't like, I'll end up trading it for something else I want. But this is another new casting for 2020. And it's pretty sweet. Volvo 850. That's cool. I'll definitely grab extras of this one. This would be a fun one to do customs of when I eventually get back into customizing. It's got like a spare tire molded into the back there. That's kind of cool. You can really kind of see it good through the window right there, the back window. These Volvo wagons were just super awesome. I would love to see like if Auto World was going to do like any Euro cars, I would love to see him put out this car. I think that would be something that would be way up their alley. Probably a better chance of seeing Greenlight do it, but it would be really cool to see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here that I've got that's like brand new model. Yeah, maybe we can take a peek at those. I don't really want to take a look at some of these older castings, but just looking for some stuff. I mean, Matchbox is putting out just some really cool stuff. I think this is a brand new one. This Chevy Capri Classic Police NYPD. Courtesy, professionalism, and respect. New York Police Department. Should be like what? Corruption. I'm not going to get into that. All right, so yeah. Anyway, pretty cool. That's an awesome casting, though. Pretty cool release. So when they put the, like they said, when they put the police liveries on these, they can't really do the tampos on the front and the back, which is too bad because this would look really awesome. If it had those, that would be a really great looking car. It still is a good looking car, and it's a great car for $1. So that is pretty neat. But is there anyone else that we want to take a look at? I don't think so. I think that's going to be it for this episode. Oh, maybe this is a new one. No, we've seen that one already too. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. So, highlights of the episode, of course, this Model Collect, the premium diecast is always going to be the highlight for me, guys. This thing is pretty cool looking. The best one, though, honestly, is probably this Mini GT. It's actually a lot better than it looked in pictures, to be honest. I wasn't super excited about this blue one in pictures, but getting it in person, and I don't know how well it translates on camera, this thing is quality. It looks really good. And then this looks really good, too. It's just got those little tiny pieces and parts that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of breaking. Pretty cool, too. And then, of course, we did an Auto World case unboxing, which is awesome, and we did this, looked at this one, too. Oh, crap. We're at 30 minutes in the second half of this video, pretty much, so we got to stop. All right, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. If you made it to the end, wow, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Please check out my sponsor, JCAR Displays. You do have a little bit of time yet to take advantage of 20% off. Use the promo code Champion20 at JCARDisplays.com. Go ahead and order yourself some displays, crack some cars, put them in the cars, display them in your diecast area of your house if you're lucky enough to have one. And thank you very much. Have a good day.